Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Spotlight Games podcast for episode 159. I'm Jake Twitch, and I'm not Patrick Schweigert. And today we're talking about video games with two of my bestest friends. I've got GWT Maury, and I bet you're wondering at home, what's the GWT stand for? The gigantic wind-up toy. Maury, how are you?
Wow, gigantic wind-up toy is fucking great. Did you come up with that on the spot, or is that in the docket?
No, I wrote that down.
Good, that was good. That was
ahead
good.
of time, yeah.
Dude, I'm doing great. Was doing some courses for a new job for the last 2 weeks, so there's not a ton of exciting stuff in Wano Thane's life, but I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk about some video games with my compañeros.
I love it. Thank you for joining us, and of course, always here and always holding down the fort. It's our boy, our dumpster boy. Eamon, how do you say your last? Can I just? I'm gonna throw myself at it. You cool with that?
Yep. Fuck it.
Doherty?
That's actually nailed it.
Wow.
Okay,
Maybe a little R, more R, not or.
Doherty?
Yeah, I worked with this Irish company, and they were like, "Hey, man, you are really fucking Irish. Okay, you're pale, you burn easy, and you got our last name. Also, you've got our liver disease. Not like we're all broken people." And they were like, "But the one thing we're like really upset about is that that's not how you say your last name." I was like,
Right.
"No, it's Darty." And they're like, no, it's Darty. I'm like, no, it's Darty. Like, no, it's Darty. And no, here's the thing, Irish guys. Like, we came over during the potato famine. Okay, crash landed somewhere in the fucking East Coast, and then we ended up down south, where we just became fucking rednecks, mountain people.
Right.
You think your fucking mountain person is going to be able to say, "Darr"? No, they're not. Okay. Hill people are like, "Darr," like that. Then we got the Darty. See? Fucking nailed it.
Let me ask you a question because I know, obviously, but like, say somebody in the chat didn't know. What's the potato famine?
Oh. Oh God, we're gonna be here for the next fucking hour. Jesus, you know how much Irish people love to talk about the fucking famine. You heard what Sinead O'Connor went on to SNL and said, "I want to talk about the famine." That's what we're about to get from Cayman for the next fucking hour. You all came for the right episode. Cayman, I want you to talk about the famine.
I'm
Wait,
not.
Should we save it? This is the whole episode?
Hold on. Patrick, are you next to your computer still? I know you're in the chat right now.
He said
He's
"Bring
got
me
Irish
in."
citizenship. So I feel like if anyone's going to talk about the potato famine, it's the actual the actual citizen of Ireland. I can be
so
there.
funny.
He says he can be there. I don't know
That's
if it
so
would
funny.
derail the show more than it already has, but
The show is meant to be derailed. I heard I was brought in as guest host. Let me tell you
oh shit, Patrick's
about
gonna go.
the fact that we have a whole lot of video game stuff to talk about because this is the Spotlight Games podcast, where each week we spotlight the latest and greatest in the world of video games. You can get it by subscribing to our YouTube channel at Spotlight Games Pod or by searching for Spotlight Games in your favorite podcast app. And hey, you can be on the show by tuning in as we record live Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's now at twitch.tv/SpotlightGamesPod. That's here. So be sure to follow us there so that you're notified when we're going live. We love to see it. We'll do some more housekeeping at the end of the show, but I just wanted to get that out so everyone knows what they're listening to, what they're watching across the internet. Click those buttons. Listen through the show. If you like Potato Famine, maybe you subscribe, maybe you chuck a couple, maybe you gift a Prime sub or cheer some bits. You know, I don't make the rules around here. I just work here sometimes, like a substitute teacher, but the cool one that rolls the big screen in and says, "We're gonna watch Gattaca in science class."
Fuck it. That's a great time. That's a great substitute. That's a great
That's what I'm
substitute.
I thought you were gonna say I'm the substitute that rolls the biggest, blunt. And I was gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, brother, let me tell you, like, there were some substitutes in my high school that I'm pretty sure did that with some kids.
That's
Was
so
I one
true.
of them? I don't know. I don't remember much. There he is.
Oh my god.
All right. For audio listeners, former host Patrick Schweigert of the Spotlight Games podcast just entered the scene wearing no shirt in his normal, podcast setup.
Look.
There's a little bit of the ground beef. The
yeah.
ground
Okay,
meat
remember when I
sticking
said
out
the
the
other-
bottom there.
Remember when I said the other day that he's hairless from the waist down?
That's
Look
what
at
I'm
this.
here to prove. You
You can see right now.
You
Dude,
say
I wasn't
I'm not
kidding.
wearing a
Magic
shirt.
catch.
You say I'm not wearing a shirt. You don't know if I'm wearing pants.
That's true.
That's so
You've
bad.
seen no clothing yet. Potato
15
famine.
subs right now. I'll stand up.
15
Yep.
subs, we'll find out what's down there.
You got 30 seconds.
30.
How many
30
subs
seconds.
for jumping jacks.
Hold up.
How we doing, boys?
This is real.
Doing great. The timer is on.
It's all
Yeah,
on.
something
Quigley
let the
says he doesn't
mystery
wanna
be,
know.
as they say. Right. Tell me about potato famine.
I'm just a citizen. I don't know their history.
Oh, damn it.
It's not like
I hate to
required
see it.
learning on the way in.
No, you just pay them and prove with birth certificates.
Oh wow.
Damn, paperwork? So
Yeah,
boring.
Yeah.
Is that so
Uh,
boring?
So yeah, High Score Weekly says I'm cosplaying as a potato right now.
This is also true. You
Yeah.
got the tone and texture correct.
Yeah, I mean, the texture definitely.
God,
That's some
Nothing wrong
eyes
with a
going
hairy potato, if you ask me.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
asking you.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
50 subs, we'll all take our shirts off.
Yeah.
True story.
deal. So
Very
wait,
easy.
so now that we're talking about the famine, I'm Irish, Cayman's Irish, Patrick's Irish. Jake, do you have any Irish lineage, heritage?
No, I'm
Okay.
like 100% like Ukrainian or something.
Okay,
I don't know.
interesting. Okay,
I'm
cool, cool, cool.
Eastern European as fuck.
Wow, very fun, very fun. I'm getting
Yeah.
some ancestry results back in like 2 to 4 weeks. I'm gonna find out
Oh, nice.
everything.
Whoa.
I
No,
can't
who else is
wait.
gonna find out everything?
Who?
The government.
Oh yeah, they are.
DNA.
They're gonna clone me in a fucking department and
Yeah.
find nothing but disappointment with the product. Fuck, they're gonna be upset.
This is not good.
No.
That's not bad though, as they say.
No.
All right,
All right, gents.
Patrick. Thank you for coming in and showing us
Thanks, buddy.
your hair. If you're wondering what this is a reference to, maybe you should listen to
Do
last
it.
week's podcast and get on the train.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, just a
Hi.
little bit before you go.
Who's
We
gonna
have a
actually do it?
popping chat today as well. I see a resub from Cognitive Clips. I see it's from Kayla Gray. I see Cirrus Shard becoming a 2-monther. You love to see it. And the chat just popping off. I see Coal Mines. I see High Score Weekly. I see Bruh and many, many more. Actually, hundreds more. Our current average is over 100. Don't look at that for future notice. Listen, I got a couple things to go over today, but I wanted to try something a little bit different when we get to our main topic. I only have one main topic pulled, and we'll talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 predictions. Well, no, I'm sorry, the Nintendo Switch 1 predictions that we had on the last show, and then talk about that show and kind of how we did. Spoiler alert, not great, but there was some fun stuff there.
Yeah.
And then I've got a bunch of extra spotlighted headlines that I just want to spend a little bit of time on individually, and we'll kind of rifle through them. So a little longer than we usually do, but a little bit less on like the deep dive. So we'll see how that goes. For right now, I want to talk about what you guys have been playing. I'll start with my dumpster boy. You sent me the name of a game that I've never heard of before, as you tend to do.
No,
Fill me in.
Okay,
Fill me in.
Hold on. Let me before we fill you in. Can I just drop a big not a teaser? Can I drop an announcement?
Do it.
Oh, I would love to. I
I
would
think
love
we
an
technically
announcement.
made the announcement already in Discord, but official announcement. This Sunday, Sexy Nun stream is happening. We got affiliate status. We're gonna do a Sexy Nun, Sexy Sub.
Ooh.
The delivery was
Yes, we
poor
are.
on my end, but that's what we're
That's
doing.
not true.
So I'm gonna dress up like a nun, and then I'm gonna figure out a way to try to make being dressed up like a nun sexy.
Just put a rack
So-
on.
That shouldn't be hard.
Just get some
Nuns are
bolt-ons.
intrinsically sexy.
I look, man. I was looking to try to find some bolt-ons, and they're tough to come by.
I believe that. Yeah.
That's like I think someone out there was like, "This is fucking offensive.
Mm.
You're not allowed to have fake boobs, guys."
Sounds like we could
so
corner
here I
the
am.
market.
So yeah, so that I just wanted to say that because I think it's important is that we are indeed doing the Sexy Nun, Sexy Subathon this Sunday, where you can watch me play Nun Holy another dumpster dive. If you never saw the lost episode where I played in Unholy, we're gonna do that again. Okay, but we'll talk about that on Sunday, or more posts will be made throughout the week to get ramped
Day
up.
of our Lord.
But what was like starting Lent with it, right? We're already starting off Lent.
Jesus Christ.
Horribly.
Starting off Lent. Yeah. Wow. That's a start.
Horribly. We're just like, and it's gonna get worse the month of April. I can tell you that much. All right, here we go. What have I been playing, Jake? I've been playing this game called Hypnospace Outlaw. And I'm gonna try to sell this game to you. Imagine you're playing a video game in 1995, and it's just browser games. But you've been tasked with filtering through the internet and censoring content that the government doesn't like. And as you're going through censoring things, it starts unveiling like the dissent of the people as like starts uncovering. The meta is fucking wild. And the game is literally, I'm not even kidding when I say this, it is done like it is in the fucking like 1995. Like, look at this shit. Like, for the video audience, like, the audio people, you're not gonna understand. This looks like it was ripped directly off of like someone's Zynga page in like 1998. Like some shit you would see trying to surf the web for Club Penguin cheats. So you're gold, like you're a detective, and the game doesn't really tell you what to look for. It kind of guides you of like, hey, go this way to like, this is where activity is happening. You need to go censor it, but you don't know where. So you're just like digging through web pages trying to find it. So it's kind of like a puzzle game that also uncovers a lot of like fucked up and weird shit. Picked this up for like $2 on PlayStation, on fucking PlayStation of all places. This is where I'm playing it.
Wow.
That trailer was so intense. It was just like every second was another like jump to a different scene, and there were so many bright colors. There's so much happening in there.
Right. And
Did
that's
you beat it?
No, it seems like the game's about 4 to 5 hours long. I am currently about 2 hours in, maybe. I've already done a couple cases. Might be shorter than that. I'm not 100% certain. Finding information about this game online is very difficult because there's like some Steam pages where people are talking about it and like a couple NeoGAF pages, but that's really it.
Wow.
So I've been like digging, trying to find some information. A lot of dumpster dives are like this. So like when you're playing some of these games, it is difficult to find a lot of info about certain stuff. A lot of times too, it's like one developer, just one dude in his basement for like 3 years making a weird fucking game. But that's kind of what dumpster dives are. I mean, we're definitely leaning into the keep video games weird. And this one definitely falls into like that kind of category where I would like rope it over with maybe like Nubby's Number Factory, but instead of like ASMR brain itch, it's like a fucking weird ass designed puzzle game. I don't know. I will throw in one more, which was last Sunday's stream, and you can see this popping up now if you're on socials. If you go to the Dumpster Boy on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, the Dumpster Boy on YouTube. I do have a couple shorts up. One for Fashion Police Squad, which is a boomer. It's a boomer shooter, but you play as a cop who is arresting people for bad fashion. It is very meta. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite boomer shooter. There's like a couple mechanics with the combat that I'm not huge on, but I do think that it's interesting enough to give it a shot, and it's also cheap. It's like I think I picked it up for $5. And then the last one was the game we played Sunday, which was Terror at Okaro. Full gameplay up right now on YouTube of Terror at Okaro. That game fucks. It absolutely fucks.
A cool stream.
Yeah, wasn't as big of a fan on the combat because it could be a little too not as well designed. But the game itself, it's like a side-scrolling 32-bit horror game that is like emulating like old 80s trash cinema slasher films. So it's like really cheesy, really fucking gory. And it takes about 3 hours to beat and costs you $2. So
I love it.
Wow. Now I have to jump in real quick because in regards to the first game Kane was talking about, the funniest chat that's ever been put in this fucking chat ever was dropped by Coal Mines. Coal Mines said, Trump DEI simulator. Fucking hell, dude. Fuck. That is
that's fair.
gold. Oh my god, the wiping the content off the internet. Oh my
Yeah.
fucking god, that is a $1 million poll. Coal mines, I fucking love you. Jesus,
Very, very good. Very
Wow.
strong. Now, listen, Maury, I'll dish to you momentarily on if you have anything sweet that you've been playing, but
Sure.
I'm here to surprise my dumpy boy with a
Ooh.
dumpster dive of my own.
Oh, what?
Uh-huh.
What the fuck is
Uh-huh.
happening?
Do we have any
Tables
Peggle
are turned.
enjoyers here? Any
Peggle?
Peggle enjoyers?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know.
Peggle is a very famous PopCap game from the early 2000s, and it involves like dropping balls onto pegs on a board. It's kind of like Plinko. Very, very fun video game, and there's been many imitations so far. However, I have stumbled
Nubby's
across this
Number
game.
Factory, Jake.
It is
It's a
kind of like
Peggle
that.
clone. Yeah.
I have stumbled upon Peg Idle, Pegidle, and it is an idle game that continues playing when you are not there, with an expansive skill tree and many, many, many unlockables that keep on working when you're not playing. So you can play it actively and shoot out like, you know, the ball of your choice and have like a fun, engaging game. But also you can then just switch to another screen and stop playing it. And when you come back, when you like, you can close the app, open the app 6 hours later and be like, hey, in the last 6 hours, you have made 2.3 million gems. Go ahead and spend them right now and then leave again. You're fine. It is such a great game to have up like separately while you're working on some other things. I was doing some editing last night, some prep for this very show, and all the while on my left screen, I just had the sweet, sweet visuals of balls dropping. Everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite. Peg Idle. It's $5 on Steam when it's full price. I'm sure it goes on sale from time to time. It's not a new game. It's about a year old at this point, but a very, very cool little video game. I can't recommend it enough. It's $5 well spent. Yeah.
Are you gonna do like a version of the Dumpster Boys dumpster dive? But you covering this? You can do it, Jake. Put a hat on, put some sunglasses, shave into a shitty mustache.
Oh, this would be so good. This would be so good.
Then you'd see all 18 of my chins. I can't be having that.
It's fine. You can just put a hat and glasses
just
on.
the mustache, and then I'll just have the beard, no mustache. That's a good look.
You be the inverted dumpster boy.
This
is inverted dumpster boy. Yeah,
what was the
that's
inverted
something.
dumpster boy?
That is something. Besides that, well, go ahead.
I was gonna ask. You beat Uncharted 2 though.
Oh, I did beat Uncharted 2.
How does it feel?
It feels really good. That game is also very difficult towards the end. I played on easy mode, and I was unable to turn it down to like story mode. I had to leave and then start like chapter select and then go to story mode. And they were like, you can't get achievements. And I was like, okay, bro, I don't want achievements. Never wanted them anyway. But like around those last like 4 or 5 chapters, it gets like a little bit too crazy. A lot of the enemies, like spoilers for Uncharted 2, which is like 15 years old or something like that. But that game has like most of the Uncharted games, starts off like grounded in realism and then, or relative realism. And then by the end, you're kind of dealing with like the supernatural and stuff. And this one has you going to find the lost city of Shambhala. And when you get there, it's being guarded by like guardians that are like Yetis. And then they're actually not Yetis. They kind of Scooby-Doo them and take their heads off. But they're actually like these really big strong men that are powered off of blue energy. It's a whole situation, but those guys take a lot of shots. I'll tell you that much. And they are also very like difficult to fight because they like charge you. And there's just a lot of like situations where I was just up against a wall getting 2-hit KO'd and having a bad time. But outside of that, Uncharted is a really fun romp, and that game holds up in a big way. And I'm playing through all the Uncharted games, starting with Uncharted 2, because Uncharted 1, spoiler alert, not that fun.
Dog shit.
You know what?
Absolute dog shit.
Not a good game. Oh wow! Yeah, I wouldn't say it's not a good game. It's just not.
That's exactly what it is.
Right.
It's just
can I give you like a little teaser of what you could do if you really want to get spicy?
I wish you would.
So Uncharted 4, you can play on crushing difficulty, the hardest difficulty, and you can unlock cheats if you do it twice, which requires you to put in time to do it twice.
Oh,
you can play the entire thing in crushing mode with nothing but a pistol. You just have to keep reloading the pistol in. And let me tell you, it is a different fucking game. When you play with nothing but a game, because you get one shot and everyone else gets one shot at that point.
There was somebody
fucking
else
chaos
in my
Incredible
chat
stuff.
that was saying you should not drop the tranquilizer gun in like chapter 2, and if you just leave it in your inventory, it like recharges. You don't need ammo for it, and you can just use that for the entirety of the game. And it's like a very cool experience because it's like a one-shot pistol that has to take time to like get your next shot, but it is like really like a close range one hit, drop them to the ground. It's wild.
Fascinating. Yeah,
Pretty
that's
cool.
cool. Yeah,
love
I
a game
did.
that can be broken like that.
Yeah, I did mine with the pistol, and it was a beautifully fun run. I actually did there's a trophy for it to get the speed run trophy. You have to beat the game in 5.5 hours. I
Nice.
actually got the speed run trophy on crushing using nothing but the pistol.
That's crazy.
Beautiful time. Yeah,
Nope.
I'm really
great.
excited to get to that point because the things that I want to do for this playthrough is I've beat Uncharted 1 probably twice. I beat Uncharted 2 probably 3-4 times now, and I beat Uncharted 3 probably twice as well. I never beat Uncharted 4. So I'm going to go there. I think I fell off like the first level that you get like the truck and you kind of have like a big open area. I was like, there's too much to do here. This isn't my Uncharted. And I just left. But I'll get through it this time because I'll do it on stream. And I also really want to get a PlayStation TV. Do you guys know this product?
Yes, dude. I owned it. I
Yes.
owned it. I bought
Me
it.
too.
Like,
I got
at
rid of it
launch.
at some point.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to get a PlayStation TV because that's such a great way to stream Vita games. And
Yes,
really,
oh,
it's going to be a one-trick pony, but a couple $100, maybe a stream of Uncharted Golden Abyss. I don't know.
Do it. The best
don't know.
Uncharted game. The only good.
I played it
Uncharted
before.
game.
I beat it when I was on Vita, but I think that's the only way to really play that game efficiently now, like the right way, like original hardware wise.
Yeah.
I'll do you one up. If you can find a PlayStation TV, I've
Yep.
got a bunch of Vita games. I will
Ooh.
mail you a bunch
Ooh.
of Vita games, and they're some weird fucking games.
I do love
And
that.
I
You
feel
know
like
love
as
some
the
weird
variety,
games.
the variety streamer would really
All right.
do well with that.
Wow.
This is something. This is definitely
Yeah.
something. I like the sound of that a lot. Very
This is-
good.
Now, something you should be aware of, Jake, in regards to the PlayStation TV and for this upcoming adventure is that a lot of the PlayStation Vita games aren't playable on the PlayStation TV due to the fact that there are touch controls that don't transport over to. Yes.
Ooh.
So you have to look up compatibility because I bought my PlayStation TV originally because I couldn't like afford a Vita. Bought the TV, bought Gravity Rush, doesn't fucking play on a TV.
Wow.
Yeah, like one
Nightmare.
of the best games. Yeah. A
nightmare situation. We hate
Most
to see it.
Yes.
But hey, listen, win some, lose some. I'll look up if Golden Abyss is compatible for sure. That'll be sweet.
Do it.
Maury, what have you been playing, Mystery Man?
All right, guys, listen. We're here on Spotlight Games
If you
today.
say fucking Marble Rivals, I'm gonna Marble Rivals.
I
myself.
swear to I'm gonna fucking boot you off.
No, I get it. And this is
Hey,
exactly
have you been playing subscribing with Twitch Prime? Because Jaskrin in the chat has.
Jaskrin, the next greatest game, subscribing with
Yeah.
Prime. Please subscribe with Prime. I'm going to do something on Spotlight that we often do, and that's that I'm going to be naughty. I'm going to be a naughty boy today.
Oh,
In the last 2 weeks, I've been busy doing everything with the job and a bunch of other like life shit. So I've not really had time to play games. So I'm not about to come in here and say Marvel Rivals. So I'm going to be really naughty today.
Ooh.
And I'm going to tell you all that I have been reading.
oh, stop!
Fucking
Boot. Hold on, I can get him out of here. I
Saga.
actually have the
Yeah.
fucking ability to remove him from.
Good. I'm glad.
Anyway, JakeDumpin. We are so bad.
Fucking hell. Listen,
you-
listen. I the only thing I'm going to say is I find an hour in my day. Now I have more time, but for the last 2 weeks, I'd find an hour in my day where I was like, I can sit my ass down. I've been reading Vinland Saga. It's a fucking masterpiece. I'm 4,000 pages deep in this motherfucker. And let me tell you, I'm changed. I'm a different man. But no, other than that, I played like an hour of Marvel Rivals with my siblings, and that was it.
What is this? Pallets and Pages at Pallets and Pages on
God
all
damn it.
platforms.
God damn it, Jake.
Up behind my head. I don't know. Maybe I showed this off on stream the other day. The only book we're allowed to talk about on
The
Spotlight
good
Games
book.
is.
The good book.
Hold on, fuck it. We're just kidding.
I fucking hate Jake.
The good book.
You're so
I
funny for saying
heard.
that is so fucking like Southern Bible Belt, like that fucking terminology. That's
All
so fucking
I'm
funny.
back. Thank you guys for holding the fort down. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
this
you
is
should
the
have heard
good
the
book
content.
right here.
What
Plumbers
is
Don't Wear Ties, Definitive Edition, the book.
Wow.
It recounts the entire story of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
Oh, that's the game that we talked about a couple episodes back, I think. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
It is.
Yes.
Here we go. I'm gonna read you a passage.
Excerpt?
An excerpt. I'm really a plumber, John said as he started the plumber-themed motorcycle. My nickname's Rooter. This is the first time any of us have heard this. Okay, what if I was a janitor or a garbage collector? Would it matter? John, I love who you are right now. What's wrong with being an account rep? To be clear, he never said he was an account rep. What's the big deal? Why do you not want to be someone you're not? Just be yourself, John. I'm trying. To be completely fair, this handsome dope. He really was. That is an excerpt from Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, a very misogynistic book about a shirtless plumber who's trying to fuck a large bazoinga. Come to find out, penthouse model. We found out later.
Fuck.
And then there's a guy in a chicken head that'll chase you around for a while. Just saying, guys, you can get it for right now.
I don't have a book, but I
$1.99.
feel a little left out. I do have some reading material here. We could read the back cover of Dead or Alive Venus Vacation Prism.
So
However,
fucking
it is written all in Japanese, so you'll have to excuse me while I learn how to speak it.
You mean you have to excuse why you
a
go
reason.
jerk off in the corner?
Correct. I need a lot of time. Let's get into some gaming stuff. I want to recap our only real like big title, our big headline for today, which is the Nintendo Direct Roundup. Now, last week we recorded on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, Nintendo confirmed our very suspicions. Would you believe it, Dumpster Boy?
Yeah, did they fucking suck?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So no one thought it was possible. We obviously are here, you know, it's Gamer Christmas tomorrow. We got the big Nintendo Direct 2 looming ahead of us, a mere 12 and a half hours away. But we were hypothesizing reasons why they might have another Direct, and we thought maybe it could be like an Indie World or a partner Direct, or maybe it could be a full Direct, and we would see some of those big rumored things that haven't been around for a while. Where are Metroid 2 and 3? Where are those Zelda ports? Where's Planet Robobot? Where's that Fire Emblem 4? And came and said, you know what? I'm starting to believe you. And he was right to believe me, even though I was wrong about all of the reasons why they would be having a Direct. They did indeed have a Direct, which is nice. So we were wrong on all of our predictions, except for our prediction that there would be a Nintendo Direct, which is very impressive for us, wouldn't you say, Maury?
I mean, fuck, 1 out of 30. It's an all right batting average.
We
you know,
take it. That's still a win where I come from.
I guess
We'll take it. But listen, they did have a Nintendo Direct, and I thought that Direct was better than expected for happening 6 days before an already probably gigantic Direct. And I wanted to just like, we've had an expansive conversation about it. If you're in the drop-in, drop-out universe, which Spotlight Games is, we have had a few conversations already on the drop-in, drop-out podcast. We had a drop-in, drop-out reaction as well. So there's multiple places that you can listen to a big deep dive, but I just wanted to pick your brains on this because I haven't had the chance to talk to you guys about it. So just give me a couple of high-level highlights, and I'll do the same for you guys. Let's just talk about what hit for you overall. Let's start with Maury. What do you have?
Sure. The first thing that I saw on Twitter, because I wasn't able to watch it live, was Metroid Prime 4 and seeing the gameplay for it. Holy fuck, it looks so good on Switch 2. Like, it looks so good. I get so excited to see what other properties are going to look like on a Nintendo Switch 2. Like, what's a new Zelda game going to look like on a Switch 2? Rah, rah, rah. You know what I mean? But that's what Metroid Prime 4 showed me. I was like, wow, this is really graphically impressive. And I'm just excited to see what they do with it. We've been patiently waiting for this game for nearly a decade now, if not over a decade. When did Prime 3 come out? Wasn't it like it was on the Wii?
Jeez, 2013 maybe is my best guess.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that?
Huh. What is that?
Just
sound?
hearing some bullshit coming out of Maury's mouth.
Oh,
Fucking hell, dude. Fucking hell. This
I'm sorry, what?
That's the sounds of spew.
Get this motherfucker out of here, bro. I can't have anything. I can't even have my Metroid Prime 4 fucking fun. This fucking guy. Anyway, before I was fucking rudely interrupted by the fucking sounds Cayman fucking hears. Jesus fuck Cayman. The way he fucking giggles, Jake. It's like a badass fucking kid. Makes me so mad.
It's wonderful to me.
It's perfect. It's music to my ears. I act like I hate it. No, I'm excited. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. It's not enough for me to like do anything with. I'm gonna have to get my hands on it. I'm gonna have to play it. But the only other thing really from the Switch 2 Direct that like spoke out to me was the new Marvel game, Cosmic Invasion. Dude, It's made by the team that did the TMNT games recently, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. And the
I'm-
publisher's .mu is the name.
Got it.
I'll work on that.
No, I mean, like, I'm not a TMNT guy. Like, I grew up and I saw like the movies, I saw some of the like the shows or whatever, but like it wasn't huge for me, so I didn't go and play those games. But I know that they're really beloved, and I know that they've gotten a ton of fucking props and credit in the industry. So I know that whatever that developer's up to is trustworthy, honest, like quality work. So to see them do that with Marvel, which is obviously like an IP that I really appreciate, that gets me excited. So that will have me excited when it comes out. I will be playing that.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
that's 4-player co-op. That is such an easy layup for, either a Spotlight stream or a Dido stream for sure. And it
Sure.
looks so good, such a cool cast, and it's like really evoking those old X-Men arcade game vibes. Obviously, like
Totally.
the Simpsons arcade game, all those old like Konami titles, old school beat 'em up. And .mu, the developer's name escapes me, but you are correct. Shredder's Revenge was their last project, which was really good. And then additionally, .mu has this like incredible track record of kind of putting out these either old school inspired or like sequels to old forgotten franchises. They did like Windjammers 2, Streets of Rage 4, Rita's Rewind most recently was something that they published. Just a really cool little company doing the most over there. So very excited for that. Good pick. Dumpster
Yeah.
Boy, what stood out to you?
Oh, well, I can tell you what didn't stand out to me. Metroid Prime 4 looks like hot dog shit.
Fucking hell, dude.
I'll say it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like shit. It looks good. It looks good. The lighting looks great. Like,
Jake, do you hear that?
fuck.
I think it looks okay at best, but I talked about this too. Listen, overall, I'm hot on Metroid Prime 4, and here's why. I'm an old man. I can't see more than 15 frames per second. The frames don't register to me. Everything's blurry. I refuse to get my eyesight checked. I'm good to go. That Metroid's looking like a watercolor painting, just like all the other ones. Just like every beautiful video game that I play.
You guys are such dicks. I genuinely, did you guys play Metroid Prime Remastered on the Switch?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. I played 3 hours and fell off like most Metroidvanias that I play.
Damn. Well, here's my thing. I think it looks like slightly better than that. Like, I think it's a bit of a step up. And for me, I thought, if I'm wrong, shoot me down right now. But I remember when that game came out, everybody was like, this is probably the second best looking game on Switch. So if Metroid, so this is what I'm saying.
What's number one?
Probably Tears of the Kingdom.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Didn't play it.
I got a
Can't
question,
speak to it.
Jake. Can you do me a solid?
Beautiful.
Can you pull YouTube up on stream right now? I
I'm
want
about
you
to
to look up the
no.
Wii game, The Conduit.
Oh, sure.
I'm
Love
about
the
to do a
conduit.
bit. I need that pulled
Yeah.
up.
You start
Yeah.
doing the bit while I start bringing
Let me
this
start
up.
the bit. Here's the thing, my young Padawan. I've lived the lives. Okay. I've died the dies. Okay. And I lived through the Wii era of first-person shooters. And let me tell you, Metroid Prime 4 looks just like this fucking game. The Conduit on the Wii. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the Conduit on the Wii. This game fucked. Okay. But this is when I'm watching that live, I'm like, yeah, dude, we're so fucking back to the shovelware days of the Wii. Like, we're so fucking back.
This looks horrible. What do you mean this looks like Metroid Prime 4?
Whoa, why would you talk about
Listen.
Metroid Prime 4 like that?
No.
This
Why
doesn't
would
look like
you- why would
Metroid
you
Prime
watch
4. This has environmental differences from scene to scene. It's not just all in one jungle.
I hate you. I hate you. I fucking hate this. Get me
Look,
off.
Listen,
Like
me
I
out.
said,
I'm sorry. What did you say? Did you say get me off?
I think he said
God
get me
damn
off.
it.
I
God
think he
damn
said
it,
get
dude.
me off.
He did.
Well,
Someone
I
get
guess
Fucking
fucking.
did.
Someone get
If I
Jordan
have
in
to.
here. No, someone get Jordan in here. He won't put up with this bullshit.
I know.
Stinky.
I know.
Stinky,
Stinky, stinky. I did not expect to talk about the conduit
Okay.
today.
But
But I'm happy that we did.
Jokes aside, it does look like the Conduit. I'm not impressed. And
Wow.
I'm excited for all of the Metroid fans who are going to be like, Dumpster Boy, you're wrong. This is one of the greatest games to ever come out. One of the best FPS games of all time. And I'll be like, I'm so happy for you. Probably never going to touch it.
Wow.
It doesn't strike any fancy for me. And this would be a game that'd be more prone to pick up. Not a fan of Metroidvanias really at all. But I would fuck with it. But it just visually unexciting, and just felt very much like it felt like I was watching some of the shit that like we used to get from Nintendo back in the day when they were riding really fucking high. And I'm just like, man, I don't know. I'm not impressed. I'm waiting for the next, and obviously they're gonna fucking crush it with the next Mario game. Like we know that. And honestly, this will probably review well enough. But like, I wouldn't be shocked if this comes in at like a 8. Just like a solid 8. I
To
can
play
see that.
devil's advocate a little bit, I think we see this game again tomorrow, and I think it looks a lot better on Switch too. And I think they show off more. I think they've got some secrets going on with this, and the environmental changes that I'm dogging on them for will be showcased. And I think it'll look like I almost think that trailer, it was nerfed a little bit to buff tomorrow's trailer. Is my guess.
Okay.
You know, like let's make this look good, but let's make tomorrow look great. So I mean, time will tell. Time will tell on that.
Sure. That's
but,
fair.
Overall, I'm with Maury. I'm day one on Metroid Prime 4.
Okay. Well, you know what? I love that for you guys. I'm with Maury on Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Nice.
Here's the one I want to talk about, though. I mean, there's some other stuff like I gotta say, like Pokemon Legends Zaz. Honestly, doesn't look fantastic, but there is part of me being able to run around with and actually seeing moves take place like in like an open area and you can run around is like that might move the needle for me just because it's different. And I think that they've been needing to do that for a while, and I think that they just take baby steps. I think that's Game Freak's issues. They never jump. They just like tiptoe towards the next evolution. And that's why people are like, it feels dated. It's like Pokemon has changed. They just take a really long time to implement those changes, and they're very gradual.
Sure.
But what I want to talk about is everybody's golf hot shots coming to Nintendo Switch, published by Sony.
Insanity. Fucking insanity. Fucking insanity.
This would be the IP that would do it. Because Sony doesn't really, I don't think really gives too big of a shit about Everybody's Golf.
Sure.
I do. I fucking love Everybody's Golf. I know Jake's going to be fucking day one in Everybody's Golf. This is a Jake-ass game. But just the fact that like seeing, and it just feels so pointed. Like that they're doing this for, they're like coming over to Nintendo being like, you can have a little bit if you want. And Xbox is over here like, so April 14th, Indiana Jones is coming to the PlayStation 5. And Sony's just over there like, woo! As they're fucking just tossing shit over to Nintendo. It was a wild time in the video games industry, guys.
Because I mean, because it's not only Everybody Golf, it's also Patapon 1 and 2.
Yeah, fair.
And you got to figure just this past fall when they released the Horizon Lego game, they put it on Switch and PlayStation. So
there was
they're starting to dabble in that a little more.
Help me out, boys. There's a game that came out in January that was a Vita exclusive for a long time.
Freedom
Wars.
Yeah.
Freedom also Wars kind of fits in that. It's pretty cool. I think that's a cool move to get those games off that system and let the people have a taste. I think that it's like coming to Switch is rad. Coming to Steam, Patapon coming to Steam is just like so sick. Dude, let the world have it. When something hits Steam, it feels like it's for everybody. You know?
Yeah,
right. Sure,
I love that. But yeah, sure. I'm a huge Hot Shots golf fan. I'm a huge Everybody Golf fan. I have played the vast majority of them. I think Clap Hands, if I recall correctly, was like the old developer. I'm not sure if they're still even going under the same name, HANZ. But really cool stuff. It is in a world where Mario Golf Super Rush, the absolute travesty that was released 3 years ago for the Nintendo Switch, is what Nintendo is feeding us for like arcadey golf games is like the norm. I am so ready to get back to my like triple tap golf game. Like there's something so special about it. If you are a fan of like Toadstool Tour, basically, if you thought that was a good golf video game, you will love this series if you haven't played it before. And something about the Hot Shots subtitle too, kind of bring it all back together, because it's the same company that made Hot Shots Golf went on to do Everybody Golf, where I think they like second party developed and then Sony published for those. There was a couple others like Hot Shots Tennis at the same time as well. But then taking that kind of moniker and making it the subtitle is very cool. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like I guess this isn't a one-to-one example, but Yakuza Like a Dragon,
No, it is
Yakuza.
almost it's a 1-for-1 example, I
Yeah,
think.
pretty cool. Pretty
Well,
cool.
I think do you guys remember when Kratos was a playable character? I want to say it wasn't PlayStation 2. There's one that came out on the PlayStation 4, I believe. The last
For
one I
what?
think that came out. You could play Hot Shots Golf or Everybody Golf.
Oh, it's
and
Kratos?
Kratos was an unlockable
Oh,
character.
that's so
crazy.
cool.
That's
While
wild.
we're
I
you
love
guys
that.
I'm just gonna Google this over on the side.
I
real
love
fast.
that. Very, very cool. For me, listen, I if we're gonna go through like the Nintendo highlights, there was quite a bit on there. That was for me. Tamagotchi Life coming back is absolutely huge. Living the dream. Very, very in on Rhythm Heaven Groove. That's game of the show for me. I'm a huge Rhythm Heaven freak. We're gonna get everybody to play that, I promise. And then the games that you guys already brought up are pretty much the ones that all hit the highs for me throughout that show. So not too much really to recap on there. Again, if you want a lengthier conversation on that, drop in drop out podcast from the last week, or perhaps go take a peek at the reactions. We had I think Patrick and Kayla woke up nice and early and reacted to that live. So everyone's opinion is on the book somewhere now. All 7 of us.
Question for the
Alright.
group as we
Yeah.
talk about this. There was very little from first party that was shown off in that direct. Like at least in my mind, like what I'm expecting to see or what I
I think
wanted
only
to
3
see.
games.
Right. What else do you think shows up tomorrow? If I'm able to just throw that out real quick, it doesn't have to be a huge thing, but I want to hear what you guys think we're going to see tomorrow. If you think we're going to see anything else tomorrow, like, are they going to show off shit that they didn't show off?
Okay, so like I have been kind of
Easy.
like on the same tirade every single time anybody asks me about this, whether it's on Dido or a stream or anything like that. And I am of the opinion that tomorrow is going to be a legendary, momentous occasion where Nintendo is going to aim to knock everybody's socks off. They are trying to break the every other system curse. The Switch is about to be the best-selling system of all time. They're going to want to translate people that have played the original Nintendo Switch to adopt the Nintendo Switch 2. It is a wise investment based on its predecessor. They have named it correctly. There is already going to be a bunch of really good reasons to go out and buy it day one. The only thing that we are missing is software, and I think the software is going to be fucking insane. There is a 1-hour direct tomorrow, followed by the day after a 4-hour Nintendo Treehouse Live, and the day after a 3-hour Nintendo Treehouse Live.
Fuck.
They have games to show off that are ready to go. I think we're getting new Mario. I think we're getting new Kirby. I think we're getting Smash Brothers. I think we're getting Mario Kart. I think we're getting weirdo picks like Kid Icarus. I think we're going to see F-Zero come back, like maybe Star Fox. I think that they are going to say Nintendo Switch 2 is the exclusive home to play the Nintendo games that you love, and whether that's Animal Crossing or Tamagotchi Life or Metroid or Zelda or Mario, this is where you fucking get it. And I think that even if they are not ready to show off gameplay or launch it in the first year, we still get like teasers or at least logos of like these franchises are coming. I think it's gonna be the Nintendo of old, like 2001 Space World hype videos of games that maybe never even come out, to just get those titles on the board as like chess pieces for like this is the console for you. I think it's gonna be massive tomorrow.
Cayman.
Yeah.
Cayman. Number one, fucking hell. If that's my morning tomorrow, waking up at 7:30, I'm gonna be a happy fucking camper. Cayman. What do you think? Do you think it's gonna be that? Do you think it's going to be just them jerking off on camera for an hour in front of me? Is that what I'm getting?
I don't disagree with Jake, but also Nintendo doesn't really jerk off on camera like Microsoft and PlayStation do.
They don't.
So that would be the only thing I'd throw in there and be like, it would make sense. But historically, Nintendo doesn't do that. So I wouldn't be shocked if we get some stuff. I think we're gonna get some stuff. I don't know if we're going to get as much as they probably have up their sleeve to show. Where I don't think they're going to show us as much as we would expect to see from Sony or PlayStation at a console launch portion. So I do think though, like I wouldn't be shocked. Like I would honestly really believe, and I'm going to be wrong on this, really believe we're going to get a Donkey Kong 3D game. And I think that that's going to be the big moment of like, and for the first time in 20 plus years,
Nailed it.
Donkey Kong's coming back to 3D. It's going to be a big to do. It'll be the thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
That being said, I don't think we're going to see a fucking thing about Zelda.
Okay.
If it'll be like maybe Echoes of Wisdom might get a name mention of like, or Tears of the Kingdom will have special content on a relaunch of the PlayStation Switch to place it, the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm the narrator guy.
That HD, but real quick, that HD collection doesn't get shown out tomorrow. Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. That doesn't show up.
No, that'll never
I
show
don't
up.
know.
Wow.
I'll never show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So this is it. This is Kratos. I was wrong. It was the PlayStation 3. Kratos was honestly that model. I would love to play an entire
Dude, this is so
God
sick.
of War game
Yeah.
with that graphics. I fucking would crush. Like a chibi style God of War game would absolutely fucking crush.
That is
Very
wild.
cool.
Corey Barlog, you fucking coward.
I also to put a bow on the Nintendo Switch conversation, I also talk to you guys only about my expectations for first party. I think that we do see as much as we're used to seeing. Like I think they don't have as much to show off this time. Like they had to sell us on the concept of the Nintendo Switch last time. Like it is a system that you can make portable, and also you can snap the controllers off and put them into a holster, and also you can dock that whole system, and now it's your TV system, and then you can hook up like a traditional controller. Like that concept is now no longer foreign to us. Like they're going to show us the new mouse stuff and like the upgrades and what's different about this system, but they've already revealed this console to us, and the Switch concept is not hard to learn. They have a lot of time for games. I think third party showings are going to be incredible. I think that we will see things that at this point make sense, but we're not even talking about. Like I had somebody suggest like, oh yeah, we'll see Elden Ring launch on Switch 2, and I was like, oh yeah, you're so fucking right, we absolutely will. Like
That's
of course
crazy.
we will. Go ahead.
Locking in two things. Hollow Knight Silk Song release date drops.
No.
Well, I know you're not going to let it happen. Second thing, we get the announcement on the Nintendo. Halo will be playable. We'll get a second announcement later that's like, oh, it's also coming to PlayStation 5 too.
That's
Listen,
fucking crazy.
There's rumors right now that tomorrow they're going to show this is pretty unsubstantiated, but that tomorrow they're going to show Oblivion Remake, and that it will then also drop the next day on PlayStation and Xbox,
What the fuck?
and then
dude?
launch on like Switch 2. But I
do
don't
you
know.
feel about
That's
that?
again, that's very unsubstantiated. I don't give a fuck.
Is that
I'll play
April
it.
Fool's joke?
No, that's
Do you
real.
know that's like it is April Fool's today?
Oh yeah, it is April Fools. April
Yeah.
Fools. All those inappropriate jokes were just jokes. We don't really make them usually. Let's move on to the news spotlight. Spotlight some of the other headlines going on in gaming news. What do you say? I got a little something to show you. I want to spend a little bit more time on these maybe than we usually do. I don't want to just rifle through them. I'll pitch to you guys. Anyone care about Final Fantasy 9 here?
I don't.
I was back and forth with Final Fantasy 9. Final Fantasy 10 is my Final Fantasy game.
Oh yeah, me
Final
too.
Fantasy 9 came later in life, and I don't feel like it aged as well as some of the other Final Fantasy games. So I'm hoping that we get a remake to some degree.
That could pop up tomorrow.
Well, I'd be in for it.
Yeah. All the signs point to this is probably happening. This is like the last bastion of rumors, not even rumors. I mean, that Nvidia leak was real. So Final Fantasy 9 remake exists, or at least existed, and it's now officially the 25th anniversary of Final Fantasy 9. And like I said, Nintendo, Square Enix has put up a Japanese site commemorating that, and it's got some very interesting stuff on here, including brand new art from, I believe it's Amano. It looks like him. And then, no, it doesn't. I don't know who this is. But in addition to that, there's new figures that have brand new models of both Zidane and Dagger, and they look fucking fantastic. It is a really, really good look. So,
bro,
everything kind of points to like this might be the move, in that if it is, it's probably the remake that people will want out of this. It's not quite like secretly a sequel or a reimagining like Final Fantasy VII Remake is. It would be more in the scope a single game that plays very similar to Final Fantasy IX, maybe some quality of life stuff. But for the most part, it is just a standard, Final Fantasy game.
If you can give it to me in that art style, hell yeah. If you would give it to me in the art style of Link's Awakening remake, fucking take all of my fucking money.
Yeah.
All of my money. I will go in debt. I will be Mori. I will leverage my organs for it.
I will leverage my organs. Jesus.
Not
with
that
you.
anyone wants to take them. They're all failing.
God damn it.
They're all fucked up, but nonetheless, I think that there's a lot to unpack there. I'm very, very excited to see what comes of, Final Fantasy IX remake. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow we'll know. I got some other headlines for you. Monster Hunter Wilds has sold 10 million copies already.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Jesus.
I didn't even know there were 10 million versions in the world.
Oh, brother. No, but
No.
seriously though, that's fucking insane.
Staggering.
Yeah.
It puts
Did
things
it-
in perspective. Like Ubisoft was like, we got 2 million players on Assassin's Creed Shadows. 10 million sold on Monster Hunter about
That's a
3 weeks
different-
prior is
different
fucking
game.
insane.
Different
Capcom
game.
in the Cap God era, no
Cap
doubt.
God era. But okay, hold on. I played Monster Hunter World and I enjoyed it. And then I played the demo of Wild and I was like, I don't enjoy this at all.
Oh yeah, no,
Like, where the fuck did these 10 million people come from?
dude, they're being indoctrinated by their friends because
Yep.
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
that's
like this
fair.
word of mouth game where like 2 people get into it and they're like the other 2 have to come and there's like, oh, there's a new one coming out, we're definitely gonna play, you're gonna play with us. And it's happened to me, but I always say the same thing. Every 3 years I need a refresher that I don't like Monster Hunter because I see the trailers and I like respect the vision. I'm like, ooh, this could be the one that I get into. Then I hop into it, I'm like, no, this is
The
boring.
controls are terrible.
Boring and dumb and obtuse. Yeah, exactly.
Obtuse, I think, is correct.
Not into it.
This is the show that we get canceled, but it's not canceled because we said something offensive. It's canceled because everyone's like, your opinions suck too much.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I said Metroid Prime 4 looked good, so I probably fucked us from the jump. You know?
No, I
Yeah.
think
That's a
you
tough
might
one.
be on the right side of history with that one, boss.
We'll see.
We'll see.
The
Switch one,
nerds
Metroid
love
Prime.
those games. Yeah.
I got one that's going to be a big deal because I've seen you 2 on this very show talk about this game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 has controversial changes
Yeah,
Coming.
not happy.
to its soundtrack. Not
Oh.
happy.
What are the
Not
changes?
happy.
What are the changes?
So there's basically some classic tracks from the 2 games are coming back, but then there's also an expanded catalog of soundtracks as well. And it's not a comprehensive collection rights wise of 3 and 4's original soundtracks either.
That's a miss.
It is. It hurts me as someone who is so fond of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, and that soundtrack was so formative for me in my life.
Yep.
That not knowing what that soundtrack's going to look like, and then also knowing that it essentially was like Tony Hawk came in and was like, I want to put different songs in, like, brother. Unless you're going to pitch me DLC down the road that lets me put the fucking soundtrack back in, which God knows they fucking might. And I would pay for it.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like this vision would be easily sold if this was just a brand new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 6 or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, that one didn't count, and if they did that and they had the new stuff, it's there because the reasoning is like it's almost sound. It's like, well, Tony Hawk has always been a place where people come to discover new music. We want the people that are picking it up for the first time today not only hear the songs that you were introduced to, but also new selections so that gamers new and old can both learn new music through the Tony Hawk games, which is like, okay, I kind of see it, but
Then make a new Tony Hawk game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my pitch. Like, my thought is this: like, my exposure to the Tony Hawk games were limited to, I'd be at the skate park when I was a kid for 12 hours. In the skate park, we had an indoor area, and you would go in and play Pro Skater for like 30 minutes and then go back out and keep skating. Like, that was what we would do. And the music was half of that fucking experience. Now, I've not played nearly as much as someone like Cayman, but that's half the experience. And it's like, I don't know. I would love to see you preserve the original product. Like Jake, maybe not as formative, right? But another game that one of its major things that form what it is musically is Guitar Hero. If they remake Guitar Hero 3 today, and they're like, Guitar Hero is about discovering new music. So what we did is we wiped half the fucking catalog and put in songs by fucking, I don't know, Sabrina Carpenter. Does that like ruin the essence of Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock? I think it does.
It does ruin the essence of Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock, yes.
But you don't think it's the
that is
same?
also what's happening like on Fortnite Festival right now is like everything is piecemeal and you can play a rotation of tracks, but it's mostly like pop music, some of the hits of yesteryear. But it does bring to like light a bigger conversation of like Guitar Hero 1, 2, 3, Rock the 80s brought such a Rock Band 1, 2, 3, 4 all brought like such an eclectic mix of music to people that there are songs that I'd never heard outside of those games that I'm now a fan of. And there was like positions at Harmonix that were exclusively curation of these playlists to do exactly that. So to backtrack on that, I think would be even more substantial, I guess, than the Tony Hawk ones. And that's not to say that that wasn't someone's job at the Tony Hawk development studio.
Okay.
Never soft. But
Here's
you know,
the thing.
It's not like
There's
they
a-
replaced fucking skateboarding with snowboarding.
That I get it. I understand what you're saying. I do.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a way that we have a workaround.
Mhm.
Okay. Hear me out. Go into the settings, turn the settings off. Turn the settings. Turn the music off in the settings.
Mhm.
Boot up Spotify on your, I don't know if it works on Xbox the same way, but PlayStation. Boot up your PlayStation, boot up Spotify, put your Spotify on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, 4 playlist. Fucking play it yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Tell Birdman to suck these bird nuts.
That's what I'm talking about. Now that's something I can get on board with. Workarounds?
Ryan
More like
Selvey.
a reach around.
God,
Ryan Selvey in the chat.
I love when Jake gives me a good reach around. I'm sorry. I got so excited when he told me about a reach around. Sorry, go ahead, Gaiman.
So, okay, Ryan Selvey, as long as the music track is separate from skateboard sounds, can confirm it is indeed separate. The reason I know that is because I actually did that one time, and I totally forgot. On 1 and 2, I put on the soundtrack for 3 because I was like, we'll never get a 3 remake, and I just want to feel some good emotions for the first time in a long time. And so you can have nothing but skateboard noises and like crash effects, just the music's removed.
Love it.
So
love it. All right.
What do you know?
Hogwarts DLC. That seems fucking insane to me. Like that is such an alley-oop. That's the best-selling game of 2023 or 2.
3.
Yeah, I won the that was one of my predictions that year, was that that Hogwarts Legacy be the #1 selling game.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah, good. Yeah, for sure. Seems crazy to cancel that. It seems like an alley-oop, and I guess like the scope of it didn't feel like it was worth the money. They didn't want to put it out for free and have to worry about marketing costs and stuff like that, so they just scrapped it. Hopefully, they're putting those resources into Hogwarts Legacy too.
Yeah, and this is under Warner Brothers, right? If I'm not mistaken. My concern is that, like, because they're just totally dismantling their entire games division, for you to throw out the only valuable thing you have, that makes me think that they're about to just clean slate, clean house, and be like, nope, we're now going to do everything outside of this building. We're going to license out all our properties to different developers. Because, like, look at how much success so many other IPs have had doing that. Look at Marvel putting fucking Spider-Man in the hands of Insomniac, putting Blade in the hands of Arcane, right? Like, we've not seen that yet, but it's going to be a masterpiece. That makes me think that they're about to just completely gut that division, because they're doing it with Hogwarts, the only game that they've made that sold fucking bonkers numbers. It's like maybe they're just gutting the whole thing. I don't know. Cayman, what do you think? You seem to have thoughts.
All right. I think that they're doing exactly what they said they were doing, which was they were going to focus on like 3 major properties. It was going to be it was going to be Batman. It was the Arkham series or Batman, Game of Thrones, and Hogwarts or Harry Potter. Those are the 3 properties that they were going to focus on, and that was that. Do I think that they're going to send off some of these properties to third-party devs? 1 billion%. Cost-wise, I don't think they can house studios. They can auction off the IP to have games made. I think that this is smart. I think that it is not very advantageous to them to be like, oh yeah, this is the best-selling game. We're going to make DLC that could potentially be free. They might make a little short-term cash. If you're Warner Brothers, I'm thinking long-term at this point because of how much restructuring we're having to do. I'm saying get rid of your focus on shit for right now. We're focusing on Hogwarts Legacy 2 and getting that thing out as fast as we fucking can.
Sure.
So anyone who's not working on this game, fuck you, you're now working on this game. And we're pushing this thing out. So I think this is honestly a smarter move to me to cancel this, even though you might drum up a little bit of cash. That little bit of cash is not going to save you right now.
No.
What's going to save you is another absolute boomer of a game that's going to rake in a shit ton of money, and you stave off a little bit of more of those pains that you're getting right now. And if they keep the same engine, which they honestly don't need to change it, you keep Hogwarts. Well, how much do you need to do to Hogwarts to make it different? Like, change up some stuff, but structurally everything around it, you can just do what they did with fucking Tears of the Kingdom. Repurpose the exact same fucking map. Just add fucking Quidditch.
Yeah.
7-year turnaround,
Gold.
brother.
Fucking gold, man.
7-year
That's a long
turnaround was
turnaround.
amazing.
Yeah,
7-year
I
turnaround
think-
was great.
I think that we're going to see. I think that there's going to be a short turnaround time between the Hogwarts Legacy and the sequel. And I think that they get that by canceling this DLC.
That makes
Might be
sense.
right. Let the
Yeah.
record show that when Maury said the Arcane Blade game would be a masterpiece, I made a funky little face.
You
I
oh
got
you,
You couldn't see my eyes change. It was
Yeah.
like,
you doubt Arcane's
Oh,
ability?
yeah, dude, for sure. Deathloop.
Deathloop is the greatest game of 2021.
that's actually It Takes Two.
2021
scientifically.
is actually pretty.
It Takes Two did not earn that.
Ratchet and Clank fucking ripped apart, brother.
Nah, Deathloop is better than that game. I
Wow.
platinum both. So I have some
Deathloop.
rights.
Both.
Isn't that the
Um,
company that was like, we'll never put ladders in our game? If you see us putting ladders in our game, it's over for us. And then like 3 games later, they got ladders all over the place.
I don't even fucking remember that shit. When did they say
I think
that
that's
shit?
something.
Hmm.
I don't know. Something about Dishonored or something. They've dishonored
oh,
themselves.
fucking
Stop.
ladders and stuff. You know what they say about ladders and stuff.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
I got 2 more headlines for you to discuss. Now,
Okay.
Tomodachi Life, that we talked about already, is now the most liked tweet in all of Nintendo Japan's Twitter. X's tweet. You know what I'm talking about.
Revelations.
It took like 5 days to usurp the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement that they had tweeted out. Tomodachi Life is going to be fucking massive in Japan and outside of Japan. I think that's a really like staggering statistic. I just wanted to bring that up on air because mark it down, write it down. Tomodachi
Okay.
Life 2026.
Can I throw you a curveball, Jake?
Yeah.
What if they announce a sequel or new Animal Crossing? Do we
Oh.
think if they announce a new Animal Crossing that becomes the next biggest tweet ever liked by Nintendo
Mm-mm.
Japan?
Wow.
I think
you don't-
Tomodachi Life is like so weird, dude. It's like
Huh.
the perfect like. This is Nintendo Japan we're talking about. I don't doubt that Animal Crossing is big, but I think it has a bigger worldwide audience. I think the audience for Tomodachi Life might be bigger in Japan at this point. I don't know. I'm no fucking expert. I'm a dumb American man.
Well, you need to be the expert, Jake.
I'm trying
Okay, here's
so
yours.
hard.
Okay, but you're saying, Jake, this
Mhm.
game is going to be massive worldwide, not just Japan.
Yeah.
So you think, tell me
Mhm.
truthfully, if they said, hey, we can't, or we're announcing Animal Crossing, it's coming out roughly around the same time. Doesn't matter, it's same year.
Sure.
That Tomodachi Life will outperform an Animal Crossing sequel worldwide.
Ooh, maybe not, but I don't think the next Animal Crossing breaks the last Animal Crossing is the peak of the entire Animal Crossing franchise. It will never be lightning in a bottle the way that it was. It launched 2 months into a worldwide pandemic state of emergency fucking nightmare, and everybody got to do a life sim when they couldn't live their real life. It was fucking perfect. And I think it will recapture some of that nostalgia, but I don't think we'll ever hit those highs again. And I think Tomodachi Life is just so fucking weird and novel, and there is such a cult following around it, but obviously that following is not as culty as we thought given the raw numbers. And I think that maybe Tomodachi Life has the opportunity to do what Animal Crossing did. All we need is a brand new disease.
I mean, that's not hard to do with this current administration, since
So
I'm pretty
true.
sure they fired everyone in the healthcare system is dead now. They just took them
Yeah.
all back and shot them all. 20,000
Old
people.
yell at their ass.
20,000
True
people
story.
that were helping protect us from imminent disease and death.
Speaking-
Literally the resurgence of the bubonic plague.
Tuberculosis
people-
is back.
Fucking, you know what?
Nice.
I got this fucking sticker I love. You know, you can use it very rarely. but it's a picture of RFK just looking stupid as shit. And it's just like, choke on this, liberals, measles outbreak.
Nice. Got him.
So I think the thing is, and this is where I don't want to be right for the first time in my life. I think we are in the precipice that the world is shitty enough that if Animal Crossing came out, I think we're all so just tired and hurt and disgusted constantly that I think we would all just turn around and be like, Animal Crossing's back. And we'd all hug and be like, the world will heal again. This was the last time we were happy, was when we were isolated but connected through our little people on the TV screen. And now
Animal
we're going to do the
Crossing-
same thing, because if we walk outside our doors, we'll get shot.
Damn.
I think Animal Crossing has had its opportunity to iterate, and it really didn't do anything special. It just happened to be that like lightning strike moment where it hit at the right time. Like if you look at Animal Crossing New Horizons and compare it to like the Nintendo 64 version of like the Japanese Animal Crossing or the GameCube launch version of Animal Crossing, like they're really fucking similar games. And then all of the iterations in between on the DS and the Wii and all that, also all very similar. I just don't think Animal Crossing has enough sauce as a franchise to come back and have people be like, you know, I need more of this again. I want to go back there. You know, I think it's going to look very similar, and they're going to be like, it doesn't. I don't think they can make it dope. Maybe if they made Animal Crossing futuristic.
Wow.
I want to
Animal
know if
Crossing
this
on
is
the
what
moon.
COG is. This is what COG feels like every time we tell them Metroid Prime 4 looks bad. This level of
Probably.
hurt, this level of
Yeah.
distrust,
Yeah.
this level of shame.
Speaking of a
Shame.
level of distrust,
Hit me.
how you feel about that Zelda movie?
Nope.
Okay, what was it is coming? What, 2026 is what they're saying?
2027.
Timothy Chalamet, is he going to play Link?
No, that's not
Is
confirmed.
Hunter Schafer going to play Zelda?
That's a
I
banger
would
pick.
like that,
That's a
but I
fucking
think
banger
the
pick, I
world
know.
wouldn't allow it. That might actually set off the nukes.
It would.
I
It would.
think if there's an opportunity for us to finally start finding some traction on like being accepting of people who aren't like us,
Ooh.
we put Hunter Schafer in as Zelda.
Oh yeah.
And we just say, hey, look here, bigots, accept it. And then I think
feel
some
like-
of them would be like, what I love is there's going to be this moment where some dude is going to be sitting there. And he's going to be like, fucking Zelda's so fucking hot, brother.
Yeah.
And someone's going to explain like, well, Zelda's a trans woman. And the person's be like, oh, I'm fucking killing myself tonight. Like, and maybe that's how we get to a better place, is because all those people
Yes.
have those moments and then they're just like, I can't live
Yes.
anymore. I can't fucking live anymore. And
This
then they
is-
just die, and then we can all be happy again.
This is how
Right.
we eliminate them. We make Hunter Schafer Zelda. Their attraction to her is so diabolical to them that you
Yeah.
just hear gunshots all day on the
It's
launch of the Zelda
magnetic.
movie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Banger
agree.
pick. Banger pick. Jake,
I think that's the win.
I think that's the win. But
Yeah.
the movie itself, do I trust it? I don't know. I watched the Marvel movie, and like it was, I know a lot of people really love the Marvel movie, and Mario movie. Jesus, I'm having a strokey pokey. The Mario movie, and I thought it was cool for what it was, but I don't know. It didn't do for me what I think it did for like the diehard Mario fans. Jake, were
Sure.
you like did you adore it? Did you love that movie?
So I think I have that sitting at like a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. That's a good movie. It's a good enough movie. It's serviceable. It's I watched it one single time on home video. I didn't go to the theaters to watch it. I
Sure.
will watch every other Mario movie that comes out in that universe. I'll watch the Donkey Kong spinoff. They'll eventually announce Wario or something, and I'll love that too. But it doesn't like do anything for me really. Like I'm interested in a Mario game. However, I did watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is the
So fucking good.
director's last project before he goes and works on Zelda. And
Wait.
I think that
The guy
Yeah.
who did Kingdom is doing the Zelda movie?
the new one, the one that's set like a couple of years old.
Dude, I
Really,
loved
really
that
good.
movie. I love
Yeah,
that.
it's great.
This guy's gonna do great.
I think so. It's
Wow.
gonna be weird to get there. But I don't know. I think that the trailer happens, and then it shows you, and then maybe in the trailer at least Link doesn't say words. I think that would be a really nice touch, even if he does say words eventually. First trailer we see Link, but he's silent protagonist for that, and then it's like voiceover from Hunter Schafer's Zelda, blah blah blah. Maybe we see like a silhouette of like Ganondorf or something, and like some Kokiri spirits and a Deku tree, and then it gives you the title card, Legend of Zelda, the Triforce fucking sucks your dick. And then the post title card stinger, you hear Zelda, and it just shows the Master Sword, and she's like, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this."
Banger.
Like mic drop. Most viewed trailer of all time.
Do they do it as an adaptation? Is it an adaptation of a game? Are they going to adapt? Oh wow, so it's an original story. You think?
I mean, Zelda games, I think that maybe it borrows from or is like an interpretation of like Ocarina of Time or something like that. But I bet Ocarina of Time that's probably one of the harder ones to adapt as like a first thing. Right now it's being rumored that it's a trilogy, the first of a trilogy. And my guess would be much like the existing Zelda connective tissue. We have a couple games that are kind of connected to each other in a loose timeline, but it's going to be another Link and another Zelda type of thing. Always a girl, always a lighthouse. The BioShock reference, motherfucker.
Yeah, I heard it.
Can I just say, Jake, I need you to do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to reach behind you, and I need you to grab there's something off of your shelf.
Sure.
And I think I know you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like I trust your opinions on movies anymore.
Oh.
Because of your shopping history is no. Oh no, the worst one. The worst thing that reaching over here, grab him, show Maury your shame.
This is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy.
This is the coolest toy I've owned in a long time, dude. Jack Black Minecraft Steve is sweet as hell.
Steel.
Everybody
jockey.
agrees that this is cool and fun and rad. And initial impressions have been great.
I guess. Shit.
Have they?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
No, I don't either. I mean, I'm just assuming it's going to be bad, all things considered. I love where your head's at, though, Jake. But your opinions, I don't know. There's a bit suspect. Track record things over here.
So true. But ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. Dumpster Boy and GWT Maury, thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back next week with these same hooligans. Is that what you would call yourselves?
Yeah.
I would say so.
I'm a hooligan.
Same shenanigans with these same hooligans. In the meantime, tell the people where they can find you. Maury, let's start with you.
Tomorrow in the AM, you can find me on Drop In, Drop Out Pod with Patrick and Kayla. And we're going to be reacting to the Switch 2 shenanigans. We're going to see what Nintendo has for FYBJ, Big Daddy 1, and friends. I will also at this time say that Jake will also be live tomorrow. Open up 2 tabs. You know what I mean? Like, have a good time. Like, just enjoy the chaos. But that's where I'm going to be this week. And I will also be with Drop In, Drop Out on Wednesday night, where we will be breaking down everything that we saw at the Direct tomorrow morning, which I am very excited about. That is all for me.
Oh, yes. Dumpster Boy.
Oh, I'm going to be on a show soon. Maybe Thursday. I think so.
I think Wednesday. Tomorrow.
No. Not going to be there tomorrow, I don't think.
Right.
I don't know.
Thursday, we're doing a group stream. That's what you're talking about. Perfect.
We should probably talk about that, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Right. Very good. Dumpster Boy, what's your Twitter handle? Twitch handle? What is your handle?
No, I thought we should be telling the audience about what's happening Thursday. Shouldn't we start telling people?
They're going to listen to this. They're either listening to this live and they know, or they're listening to this tomorrow and they'll find it. They're adults.
Fucking jackasses are doing. You can find me on at the Dumpster Boy on everything. That is TikTok, that's Instagram, that's Twitter. I just post a lot of political shit on Twitter. So if you want to see me rage against the billionaire, just the singular billionaire at this point that I fucking hate, then yeah, you can see me do that there. I am doing my sexy nun sexy subathon on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, where I'm going to dress like a sexy nun, and hopefully I'll be so sexy you throw subs at me. I love a good sub, chicken finger sub from Publix. We don't have any Publix near us where I live,
Sub.
so I love a good pub sub. Throw it at my throat. Yeah, I post shit all the time, reviews and little short form reviews, and then Sundays we do the dumpster dive, so you get to see me play those dumpster dives live. This Sunday, like I said, Sexy Nun is going to be Nun Holy. It's a roguelite like Hades, but with big bazoinga nuns.
Love big bazoinga
So-
nuns. Fuck.
There's something nice about that.
That's how we're starting off Lent, boys.
Hell yes. I am Jake Twitching on all platforms. That's hard for some people. So just go to amazingstreamer.com. Don't want to go there? May I suggest dropoutpod.com. That will get you to your destination, whether that's here to find more spotlight games, activities, to join discords, to find our other streamers, content creators, video essayists. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Join the ecosystem in some way. You're an adult. You'll figure it out. We are now all going to wave while we end the show. Thanks so much for watching or listening.